illegal to vacuum your house before 8 a.m. in the morning. Do you know that you cannot buy alcohol before 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning? Some of the UK weird laws in the UK law book. Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. It feels good to be here today. If you're new here, my name is Love and I will share with you guys 24 weird laws that obviously exist in the UK that most of you don't know, and you can actually be fined if you violate this law. So guys, if this sounds like something you're interested in, then you have to keep watching this video to the end. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel, turn on your notification bell so you always get notified each time I drop new videos on my channel. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, then keep watching this video and I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming across my channel for the first time, or you're just seeing this beautiful face for the first time, you're very much welcome. My name is Love. It's good to have you guys here. And if you're a returning subscriber, hello, you're very much welcome back to today's video. I do really appreciate your love and your support. Thank you for being here today. Without wasting much of your time, then let's get right into today's video. So do you know in Britain there are a bunch of weird laws that are still technically written in the law books but are low-key not enforced, meaning they are written in the law books in the UK but they're not technically enforced. So here are 24 weird laws that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. One of the laws is when a whale or a sturgeon becomes beached, it must be offered up to the reigning monarch. I don't know what that means, but what it's trying to say is if a whale has, I don't know the explanation to it, but whatever it is, it's weird, like I said. So another thing is to say that it's illegal to vacuum your house before 8 a.m. in the morning. So those of us who have kids and you feel like, oh, they've all gone to bed, it's time for me to do some house chores, it's illegal to bring out your Hoover or your vacuum cleaner and use it before 8 a.m. You can actually be fined for that. I know some of you, that is when you have the time, the peace of mind, the space to be able to work, but stop doing that. You can actually be fined for that. And it's also said that if you're a pregnant woman, you want to relieve yourself, it could be you want to pee, you want to poo, and you just see a police officer passing, you can tell them you want their hat, you want their helmet, you want to relieve yourself. Is legal to do that and you will not be fined or punished for that. It sounds weird, right? The second weird law in the UK that you can actually be fined for is never to be found drunk in a pub. You know what pub is? Pub is more like a bar. In Nigeria we call it beer parlor, we call it a restaurant, we call it live band, you know, so different sort of names, but here it's called a pub. It's illegal to be drunk in a pub. That's like the second weird law. And the third one is it's illegal to fly a drone and a kite in a public place. So some of us, we go to the park. For some of us that are like YouTubers, that you want to like actually use a drone to capture moments up in the sky, just like to add like a clip to your vlogs and all that, it's very illegal to do that here in the UK, to fly drone or cars, because it's harmful, it's dangerous, it could actually just fall into someone and cause an accident. So it's illegal to fly a drone and a kite in the UK. So don't do that when you're in a public place so you don't get fined. The fourth law in Manchester is illegal to throw your remnant cigarette on the floor. You can be charged £500. For some of you who smoke, who try to smoke in public places, if you look around, you should see a litter bin. You can actually use the litter bin and drop your remnant cigarette. If you get caught, you can be fined £500 for that. Fifth weird law in the UK, it's actually illegal for a boy who is between the age of 10 to be able to see a naked mannequin. I know these laws are weird, but I don't understand going with my 10-year-old child to a shop and a naked mannequin. Are you saying I am going to be fined for it? So guys, just share your thoughts about all these weird laws in the comment section, because there are quite a lot of them that are still in the UK law book that are technically not being used, but they are just there. So I'll go to the 7th weird law, obviously in the UK. The 7th one is, it is an offense to handle a salmon and look at it all suspicious. So do you know salmon, like salmon fish? Yeah. So it's illegal to hold a salmon fish here in the UK and just look at it like in a suspicious way. Yes. The 8th weird law in the UK law book is that Easter Sunday must always be the first Sunday after the second Saturday in April. I don't even know if that makes sense, but whatever it is, that is one of their law in their law book. So as an immigrant or a law-abiding citizen, it's advised that you abide to these rules and their laws so you don't violate and get fined or punished. That takes us to the 9th weird law in the UK. Do you know that it's actually illegal to watch a TV in the UK without being licensed? So what I mean a TV has to be licensed is that you cannot just stream any station here in the UK like ITV, BBC and all that. So for you to be able to stream and watch all these TV stations, you have to register your TV and be paying about £23 thereabout every month. So if a TV license company or a team comes to your house and they find out that you are not a licensed member, I mean you have not yet registered your TV or your TV is not licensed, they are going to fine you, I think £1,000 or about. There was a time that we just moved to the UK, we found about this particular law. We're very careful that there are any knocks on our door. We make sure that we look through the old to see if there's any strange person, because they can just come into your flat and knock, and they have every legal right to check if your TV is licensed. So if you're a new immigrant in the UK, if your TV is not licensed, I advise that you get it licensed. I think this is one of the laws, I would say laws, I won't use the word weird because it's still in existence. It's not just in the book, people actually practicing it. People pay to have their TV license so they can watch either BBC, ITV and other stations. But if you are not streaming BBC, ITV and other stations, it's just Netflix and YouTube, you might not fall into the category of streaming or paying for a TV license. So it's just basically you having your TV in your home just to watch YouTube and Netflix. So if you have the habit of streaming BBC, watch what is happening in the UK, watch ITV and other stations, then I advise you have your TV license. It costs about £23 every month. 10th weird law is it's illegal to walk cow down the street in the daylight. I really haven't seen any person walking a cow during the daylight. It's very common back where I came from. You can see cows harassing people on the road and the cattle rearers don't even do anything. It could be dangerous to human beings. I've actually seen cows fight human beings and have them killed, but I think this is one of the rules and one of the laws that the UK are getting fined for if they violate the rules of crossing cows on the road during the daylight, because that's where you have more people out and about during the day. And that takes us to the 11 weird laws in the UK. And the 11th weird law in the UK: firing a cannon within 300 yards of a private dwelling is a big no. Don't know what I mean, but it sure don't make sense to me. Drop the link in my description box. Laws are when it was established, why it was established, and how much you can get fined for. So it just makes it easier for you to understand if you are violating any rules already. In the Metropolitan Police District, it's illegal to carry a plank of wood along pavement. So I think this made sense. So those of you who might be moving houses, it's illegal to actually carry plank wood and just pass it through a pavement. I don't know what that means. I don't know, it's illegal, but whatever it means, I think I should read more about it, and obviously you can do your research. I'll obviously drop the link here on my description box, so it helps you do more research and source information what they are trying to say about this law. That takes us to the 12th weird law in the UK law book. The Metropolitan Police Act in 1839 also says that it's breaking the law to knock on someone's front door and run away. So I quite understand this particular one. It's very common here in the UK. You just have children, people wandering around, just come to your doorstep or your door and just knock unnecessarily and they run away. When you come, you not see anyone and you be like, what the hell? Like, who did that? You can't even see anyone inside. So it's against the law to actually have people come knock in front of your door, they knock and they run away. So if you find anyone doing that, you can actually report them to the police officer and they can help you resolve whatever it is. But that is illegal. It's illegal for someone to just randomly just come to front of your door and knock, then run away. That takes us to the 13th weird law in the UK law book. You are not permitted to linger after a funeral has been taken, or you are not permitted to litter around a funeral ground after funeral has been concluded. I mean, the whole thing has been done, they've laid the person down, so it's illegal or it's not permitted for you to just stick around and doing what. So I don't think we even do that back home, except maybe the person who is grieving. But in this case, whoever is grieving, whether you are there to console the person, is not permitted to be there. Once the whole funeral rites has been done, everybody should go back to their home respectively. I think there's a backstory behind this, but I really don't know. I think there was a story about someone who stayed around while they were all done with the whole thing. I don't really know the full story, but it's not permitted. So after all funeral rites have been concluded, it's advisable that everybody leave the funeral ground. No litter around, no moving around, trying to check around. Is not permitted. That takes us to the 14th weird law in the UK, and the 14th one is there is a law that prohibits the act of gambling in any British public library. So I don't know how they're able to find out if you are gambling, but if you eventually get caught, it's illegal and you can be fined or punished. So those of you who will be in the library and you're trying to gamble, it could be games, it could be online. If you are caught, you obviously be fined or be punished. So it's illegal to gamble in the public library. So that takes us to the 15th weird law in the UK. It's illegal to be drunk and be in charge of cattle in England and Wales. If you're a cattle rearer, it's
left casting right.
illegal and it's prohibited for you to get drunk and look at cows. I can understand why that law is in place, because you can be drunk and not in control of yourself. Your cattle in your possessions can just wander around or wander about, and it cause harm to people who are moving around or just going around their day-to-day activities. They could get killed. So if you're a cattle rearer, it's illegal for you to get drunk while on duty or while looking out for the cattle. This law includes England and Wales. So those people who are in England and who are in Wales that are into cattle rearing, then be very careful getting drunk or even drinking while you're on your duty. That takes us to, is it the 15th now or the 16th?
Left casting right.
16th, I don't know. That takes us to the 16th law. So the 16th weird law in the UK is it's illegal to jump the queue when waiting in the ticket hall of the tube. If you're already in the UK, you should know how the system works. So everyone has to queue accordingly. How you came and how you met the queue. There is no jumping. You can't say because you feel a bit ill, you have to leave where you are and move to the front. Except people who, I don't think there's an exception here, but when I have been in similar situation, if you're pregnant, if you are vulnerable, if you're handicapped or you're disabled, you can be given such priorities to actually jump the queue and you'll be attended to first. But there is no exception here, so I don't think that includes people who are vulnerable, who are disabled, or who are pregnant, what have you. It's illegal and it's prohibited to jump the queue when you're waiting to get a ticket for meals or anything in a tube. That takes us to the 17th weird law in the UK. In the UK, you are not allowed to dress up as a police officer, a sailor, or a soldier, even if it is for a costume day or the purpose of stripping. So I think this is common back where I come from. Where we come from, like Nigeria, is very illegal. Like you can get punished, beaten, or whatever if you are caught wearing a soldier's camouflage uniform, because it's an high rank position. A normal civilian cannot just wake up one morning and wear a camouflage. It's people's uniform. So I think that's the same law that applies to UK citizens or immigrants here in the UK. It's illegal to actually wear soldiers or police officers uniform, soldiers or sailors, whether you are doing a costume party or is a purpose of stripping, whatever, is illegal. And that takes us to the 18th weird law in the UK law book. It's actually breaking the law to pay with your phone at the drive-through while your car is still running. So I can understand this law. So those of you who always want to pay for car parking, maybe you want to park your car and you need to pay at the card machine, so you just stick out your phone and you just tap it in. It's illegal to do that. You can actually be fined for that. Very careful and mindful of how you violate this law so you don't accumulate more than the fine that you are able to pay for. So that takes us to the 19th weird law in the UK law book. So the 19th one is, it's actually illegal to import potatoes from Poland to the UK. Most of you think that produce or veggies are produced here in the UK. Some are, but some are not. It's illegal to import potatoes from Poland into the UK. I don't know what that means, but that is one of the laws in the UK book. If you have been with me, you should know that I mentioned that these laws are not technically in use. So I don't know about if this one is in use. This doesn't even sound right. So it might not even be in use, but it's just in the law book. So that takes us to the 20th weird law in the UK law book. It's an offense to beat or shake your carpet or rug in the streets in London. So some of us sometimes want to like revamp our rugs, we want to wash our rugs just to keep it tidy, and we take it out of our home or from our living room and just take it outside. So this law applies to people who live in London. So if you live in London and you're watching this video and you've actually been bringing out your rugs to beat it up or to sort of clean it, is illegal to do that in the street of London. If you're caught, you can actually be fined or punished. So be very careful and mindful of how you use these laws so you don't violate them. So that takes us to the 21st weird law in the UK law book. It's illegal to allow your pet to mate with a pet from a royal household. It's not applicable to everybody, because even if I own a pet, I don't even know how my pet will get to the royal home and try to mate any royal pet. But if it does, anyways, it brings me good fortune. But it's illegal. You could get fined if your pet actually mate with a royal pet. That is one of the rules. This is technically in use, but I'm not sure it's even technically in use. That takes us to the 22nd weird law in the UK law book. You are not permitted to slide along snowy or high streets within the limits of the Metropolitan Police District. Illegal to slide alongside a snowy or a high street within the Metropolitan District. So if you're caught doing that, you can actually be fined, you could be punished. So that takes us to the 23rd weird law in the UK law book. You can be fined up to £1,000 for hanging you're washing clothes across the street in the UK. If you're in the UK, you should know that there is a washing machine that comes with a dryer. You can actually just get the manual dryers, and that helps you to dry your clothes. But you should not be caught like hanging your clothes across the street in the UK. Illegal. You can be fined £1,000. So be very careful, because sometimes you might just feel like you're just doing these things and you don't know, but your neighbor is aware of these laws and they could actually report you to the authorities. So be very careful. And that takes us to the 24th weird law in the UK law book. It's illegal for any cab in the city of London to transport a rabid dogs or cops. So if you're a cab driver in London, it's prohibited, it's illegal for you to carry a corpse. So it's advisable that if you find yourself in similar situation or in such situation, you can always call the ambulance to pick up. It could be like an accident and you're in the accident scene. You should not put a corpse in your car. It's illegal. You have to call the ambulance and report the situation of things. So I think that should bring us to the 24th weird law in the UK. I think I have a few of them. I'll just quickly drop them in this video. I'm sorry this video is taking longer than expected. I felt that I should just share these laws with you because some of you are not aware and you can actually be breaking them, so you don't get fined or get punished. Okay, so that's me doing something nice for you guys. I thought to share with you all this information, or rather say these laws, because some of you are not aware. I wasn't even aware until I did a research. I found a lot of them. So in my next video, I'll be sharing with you some other laws, weird laws in the UK law book. And if that is something that you will obviously look forward to watch, then you should turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when I eventually put up that video on my channel. I thought to share with you guys some of the UK laws in the UK for those of you who are new to the UK or who have been in the UK like myself that did not know that these laws even existed. Some of us have violated these laws 1,000 times because we are not caught, so obviously we will not be punished for it. Okay, if you found this very informative, it was interesting, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up please, so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people and they could actually watch and learn one or two from it. If you're still not yet to subscribe to this channel after this long time, please, this is the right time to subscribe to my channel. Please turn on your notification bell so you always get notified each time I get to put new videos on my channel. And please guys, support me. I can see that some of you don't even leave comments on my videos. I don't know why. Is it that it's not interesting? Leave in the comment section what you think about this video. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Do you think that these laws make sense at all? Do you think that they are just exaggerated? Do you think that they should actually find people or punish people for this sort of laws? What are your thoughts generally? Leave it in the comment section. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Myself and my colleague, we laughed over these laws and they told me quite a lot of laws that really exist in the UK law book, but they are technically not being active. Let me know what you want me to share on my channel. Please, your opinions are much needed at this time. I actually took our time to film this video. If you can see, it's quite different from my normal background. You can see like light in the background. So this is me filming in the night because obviously I will not be very free to do it during the day because I have kids and I have work to do. So this is the best option I could actually opt in for. Please don't let my hard work go in vain. Support me, recommend my videos to your friends, to your family. Even if you don't get to share this video, please just give it a thumbs up. It actually and automatically allows YouTube recommend this video to other people who are on the streets of YouTube, and they could actually get a glimpse of what it is I'm sharing with you guys. Thank you for watching this video to this end. I do really appreciate all your love and all your support. Till I see you guys obviously in my next video, please do stay safe and I love you guys. Bye.